direction? Anybody know? South. Most people think north, but the first Underground Railroad went south. And during the time Spain had control of Florida and really most of what's on the other side of Florida, the King Charles II issued a proclamation, an Emancipation Proclamation in 1693 that said any African that made it to Spanish territory would be given their freedom as long as they took on a Spanish name, converted to Catholicism, and pledged to serve in the militia for at least 2 years. So many of us began leaving these parts, arriving in St. Augustine until we created our own first free town, first recognized free town by Europeans, which was Fort Mosaic in St. Augustine, right outside of St. Augustine, about a mile. If you're traveling there now, it's 1 mile before the big gate to St. Augustine. And so this is that uniform. This uniform speaks to our strategic alliance with Britain. During the American Revolution, 100,000 Africans got free. Anybody know that? 100,000 Africans got free during the American Revolution. In South Carolina, 25,000 people got free. That's before Civil War, the American Revolution, all right? But this is the uniform that the British, because the British had another Emancipation Proclamation called the Dunmore Proclamation. They had two of them. One is in 1775, the Dunmore Proclamation, and in 1779 was the Philipsburg Proclamation. Both granted freedom to Africans who made it to the English, who were taking the land back from the people that call themselves the Patriots, who rebelled against the King of England. Africans understood what a king is, okay? We never heard of a president. They never heard of a president, you know? They didn't even know what a president was. George Washington was talking about, you know, he's gonna be a farmer, and then he's gonna be the general, and you know, serve as president of this new country. Well, and they were saying they wanted liberty. But they wanted liberty as long as you guys couldn't have liberty. You understand what I'm saying? They wanted liberty as long as black folk couldn't be free. They said, no, you guys got to stay enslaved, but we got to have liberty. So Africans went to the British side, and there were some that did not go to the British side for various reasons. But the ones that went to the British side eventually ended up establishing Sierra Leone. And so I'll be touching on that too. This uniform is not the Civil War uniform. Well, basically, this one represents the first South Carolina Volunteer Infantry Regiment. These were the first men to serve in the U.S. military. And this was before Buffalo Soldiers. But this was during the time of the Civil War. This was when the Union came to South Carolina. Over here, if y'all can step and see this, this name is Omar Ibn Said, okay? And what you see written behind him here, this was our system of writing, Gullah writing. Y'all heard of the Gullah language? You know anybody speak Gullah? Yeah? You don't know that? Okay, I speak Gullah, okay? But this is Gullah writing, okay? This is one of the scripts that we actually were doing when we encountered the European and was captured from the continent and brought here. But Yale and University of North Carolina has a major exhibit on his writing, because after he was captured and brought here, he landed in Charleston. He was sold, again, Africans were kidnapped, brought here, sold into slavery. He landed in Charleston, and he said that the plantation owner was so cruel until what he did was he ran away. Ended up in what's now Fayetteville, okay? And he was captured because he didn't speak English, didn't have any papers on him, didn't have no kind of identification, so they threw him in jail. When they put him in jail, he started writing on the wall from the book that's called Our Mook. Our Mook, that's the name of the book, okay? Anyway, well actually that's a chapter in a book that there's a number of writings about him, and a lot of, reading it when you have time. I mean, there's so many. There's a book about this piece here. It was called A Prince Among Slaves.
Take a moment and look at that, you guys.
Abdurrahman Sori, his father,
Read
in
that.
1826, had the most powerful, one of the most powerful kingdoms in Africa.
Okay, we're
At
gonna
that time, he was
end it.
captured and sold into slavery. He eventually ended up back in Africa. But anyway,